LeBron has been lighting it up all season, shooting 58% from the field. But in this regular season game against the Boston Celtics, the best defensive team in the league, he's simply not feeling it. To win this one, he's going to have to go into full facilitator mode and find a way to let his teammates share the scoring load.
Sometimes the rim has a lid on it, and there's nothing you can do to make the ball drop in. But great players need to find a way to rise above it, to find a way to still lead your team to victory, even if it means you aren't doing all the scoring. I don't care how good a defense is, I'll have to find a way to get the job done.
And a good-natured back and forth between the players while we wait to get this one underway. Here we are in one of the great buildings in the NBA from Boston, Massachusetts. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports broadcast of this Atlantic Division showdown between the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics.
And it's a good one. You have one team with the Knicks that can explode for points in any given stretch. You're putting them up against the best defense in the league.
And with so much to be gained in the standing, both teams will be in full force here. But the question, Steve, is how do the Celtics handle LeBron, who is shooting 58% this season?
Not a lot of options when he's making that many shots, but they'll throw different looks at him and have the deep focus on him. Not much else you can do other than hope he goes cold.
And now the New York Knicks starters. LeBron James is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Kobe. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Biyombo at the 5 spot. And for Boston, at the 2 and 3, it's Avery Bradley and Jeff Green. Anderson Varejao out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot.
What's nice about a player like LeBron, even when the shot is off, is that he can contribute in so many other ways to help a team win. One of the few players that can dominate without shooting.
Paul with the steal. There's the triple. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Paul's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
As you said, LeBron doesn't need to score in order to dominate a game. Usually, you only say that about the point guard.
Well, at his core, LeBron kind of is a point guard. He's whatever he wants to be, but I think he loves to distribute the ball. And it's one aspect of his game that he's always felt very comfortable with. And, of course, don't forget about how he impacts the game with his defense either.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Varejao. LeBron dishes to Kobe. Offensive rebound. For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Brooklyn Nets.
That was a heck of a performance for them offensively. There were some stretches there where it just seemed like everything was falling for them.
And it wasn't by accident they shot it that well. Their ball movement was excellent. That was the key to me.
Now here's Rondo. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Clock at 4. Bradley can't get it to go.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Now here's Rondo, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. The drive by Rondo. Sullinger passes to Rondo.
Really, it's such a rare thing to see a playmaker like LeBron, guys. I mean, it takes so many things to go right in order to have somebody his size, his speed, his athleticism that can handle the ball and distribute the way he does.
Kobe kicks to LeBron. Paul outside. Clock at 6. No good from outside. Celtics trail by 5. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Rondo dishes to Green. That is good. Green's got his first points in this one. Going back to what you said, very few others in NBA history have been able to be LeBron's size and move the ball around.
Well, Magic and Oscar Robertson, probably a couple players you can think of with that size and distributing ability. But few NBA players can really handle the ball with that kind of size. But LeBron's one of them. And I'll tell you what, he sees passes that a lot of players don't even see.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a two-possession game.
Ball against Rondo. To the middle. Here's Sullinger. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Kenneth Faried. The Knicks leading by 4. Backing down is LeBron. Kobe. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now we'll check across the NBA the best shooters from the stripe. 5th on the list, Chris Paul.
He's not going to miss many foul shots, that's for sure. That's a very impressive part of his game.
A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Kenneth Faried. Now here's Bradley. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland. Pause the pass to Bradley. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Vince Carter, who's checked in for the Knicks. Telfair comes in for Chris Paul. And Mo Harkless, the basket on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight.
The one thing that's been absolutely incredible this season is LeBron's field goal percentage. We've seen players finish up where he is now, but never doing it the way he's done it. Shooting from deep, mid-range, through traffic, all over the floor.
Now here's Stuckey. 11-point game his last outing from 11 feet away. Boston, no good that time either.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
LeBron outside. Back to Carter. There's the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And as you said, LeBron up around the 58% mark. Usually players up there are just centers who catch and dunk. It's been incredible. It's been unbelievably efficient.
Yeah, it's been one of the most remarkable statistics I've ever seen in the history of the game. A player like LeBron shooting that well from the perimeter. And it goes to the point of being efficient offensively. Can he continue to shoot it at that clip? Time will tell, but it really is a remarkable achievement.
Here's Jackson following the score by Vince Carter. 40 seconds left in the first. Stuckey kicks to Green. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Jackson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
I thought his rebounding was impressive as well, guys. He made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time.
Back to Green. The feed to Jackson. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Knicks lead by...
Coming up next Monday, January 30th, the Orlando Magic go on the road to battle the New York Knicks. Be there.
Again for the start of the second quarter.
You wonder when LeBron is going to really get things going here.
It's been an interesting one for him, hasn't it? I mean, you never know when he can take over. It's just been a fantastic start to the season for LeBron. Not only the field goal percentage, which is through the roof, but just the decision-making, the will to win seems to be in tune with his teammates as well.
Yeah, he's always been a good decision-maker, Steve, especially when he's got the ball. But now it seems as though he's become much more judicious with his shot selection, and that makes him extremely dangerous.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. I talked to LeBron about his field goal percentage being at an all-time high for him and asked him how it got that way. He told me it was a combination of things that he picked up from working out with Kobe in the offseason, as well as just not settling for any particular shots. He said, quote, "As long as I don't get lazy out there, I know I can shoot like this every night." Scary thought, gentlemen.
Thanks as always, Doris. He really hasn't settled Clark for much all season.
That's the key for him, Kevin. He can get to anywhere on the court he wants to, and when he's finishing and locked in, he's impossible to guard.
Reggie Jackson out there with Jordan Crawford. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Thompson. And it's Green in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Biombo comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Kenneth Faried subbed in for LeBron. Backing down is Green. Fades back. That one goes. Count.
Takes such a delicate touch to hit that fadeaway jumper with a man in your face.
Tinsley dishes to Faried. Carter. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Faried defended by Sullinger. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Stuckey. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jeff Green.
Well, when you get on a cold streak from the floor, there isn't much you can do about it. Nothing you can do seems natural at all. It just takes a couple of makes to get your confidence back up and your rhythm back into your game.
Rondo is doubled. Bradley pass to Verija. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Looking now at some of the numbers for Rajon Rondo. This past month, he's really set himself apart. You see how he matches up numbers-wise. First in assists. He's in the top 10 in steals per game as well. So this is a guy who you have to be aware of when you've got the ball in your hands.
And you know, you threw his #1 assist ranking out there, Steve, and what's really impressive is that not only is he creative, but he's a willing passer. The guy wants to give it up, and he really makes it easy for his teammates to score because he's so good at giving them the ball in ideal position.
Kobe attacking. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Kobe's got his first points of the night. And some folks will try and shoot their way out of it. Others will try to go to the line more when they go cold. Do you recall what you did when you had a spell like that?
Take it to the rack, Kevin, was my motto. And there really isn't a wrong answer or right answer for any particular player. It just depends on what his strengths are as an individual player. The one thing they have to do, however, is keep playing hard and not get down on themselves. You got to continue to maintain some confidence.
He's a grinder. I love what he does into the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
LeBron's checked in for Jamal Tinsley. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Crawford kicks to Verija and taken away by Paul. It's LeBron with the drive and good on the basket. Book it. LeBron's got 7.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Paul against Rondo. Bradley. Back to Rondo. Celtics passing it around. Here's Sullinger. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Well, it was a dismal start from the field for them in the first quarter, but they're finally starting to turn it around.
Well, I don't think it could have gotten any worse, partner. I mean, you figure they had all their bad misses out of the way and should be good to go now.
Well, Kevin, it all starts with that shot blocking. He takes up a lot of space out there.
Yeah, everybody wants to score inside, but he'll have you make other plans. He's a real game changer inside.
Good look from Bradley. The Knicks pull it in. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, it was tough to see that one coming, really, because I thought that was a game they were going to win. The final score really caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, but I think they really tightened up at the end, Steve. I think they were trying too hard to avoid the upset instead of focusing on going after the win.
Rondo drives in. Shot is off. And New York will come the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip.
I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Philadelphia game turns out, guys.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
You know, in general, this is a very solid Celtics defense. Having a backcourt with Rondo and Bradley can really make it difficult to handle the ball on the perimeter when you're just trying to get into your offense.
Not only for somebody like LeBron, but even when it's Paul or anybody else initiating the offense, things can get a little sluggish and off rhythm when you got those two defenders ball hawking.
Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan Crawford.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here. And he is still scoreless. It looks like he doesn't even want to be out there.
The open shot, Kobe. The rebound by the Celtics. Bergeau's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game play.
I think their attitude going into that game was all wrong. And I think they believed what was being said about them, that it was a game they couldn't win, and they just didn't have any confidence.
I'm not going to go with you on that one, Steve. I don't agree with that. I think they believed in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was far too much for them to overcome.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Bismack Biyombo. The shot by Rondo is no good. The Knicks leading by 16. LeBron kicks to Fareed. A rebound by Jeff Green. Celtics have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Mulligan, Rondo. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Bradley. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. The Knicks making a switch here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good from Bradley. Feeds it to O'Quinn. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Ill-advised dunk attempt there. He aimed for the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Knicks out front. They lead by 13. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
I'm Damon Bruce. Thanks for joining us on the Halftime Show. New York leading against Boston. Defensive pressure so far paying off. They're forcing miscues, ripping and running. No letdown for LeBron, who picks up right where he left off in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. He's got 7 points, and his two-way play has been good. Very active on the defensive side of the floor, bothering shots and bringing that energy all over the court. On the other side, the Celtics have not gotten off to a good start. The story of turnovers hasn't been a good one for them so far. It's really hurt to this point. Too casual with their possessions. Anderson Varejao has been clicking through the first 2. At the break, 7 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Start of the second half just moments away. Knicks and Celtics, Clark.
Nothing better than a Boston and New York rivalry.
Celtics trail by 13. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got LeBron James. Kenneth Faried is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Kobe. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. Faried. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And you hear the crowd kind of murmuring. I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Bradley passes to Rondo. Paul with the defensive effort.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of. Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Outside Rondo, back to Bradley. Sullinger puts up the baby hook. Nice D from Biyombo. LeBron outside. He dishes it to Kobe. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The free throw drops for Kobe. And Kobe drops them both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Celtics trail by 15. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
He needs to get them back into a flow offensively. You know, things have gotten stagnant for them, and they're starting to force some of these shots.
And that can snowball on you. One guy takes a bad shot, then another guy does, and then you're missing back-to-back-to-back shots, and all of a sudden you have no rhythm and you're self-inflicting wounds.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Verjao with a screen on Kobe. Stolen by Faried. And Kobe throws it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark Power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The drive by Rondo. Nice D from Kenneth Faried.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Pass to Kobe. Goes up the baseline. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Rondo dishes to Green. Working on Bryant. Green with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. Green passes to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. And it's Bradley. Time on the assist by Rondo. 6 points for Avery Bradley.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that.
Now with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Number 1, Rajon Rondo. Second, Chris Paul.
I think these are 2 of the best passers in the NBA right now, and what they've done in the last month proves that.
And the Celtics making a change here. Stuckey's checked in. Celtics trail by 14. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Biyombo. Stuckey into the lane. Outside for Rondo. There's the pass to Verjao. Back to Rondo. Stuckey outside. From outside, off the mark. The Knicks leading by 14. Here's LeBron. And finally, LeBron gets one to go.
Still in the first half of the season, but we might see a record for all-star voting the way LeBron has played up to this point. He's been making everything he throws up.
And, you know, he's always been a huge name in fan voting, but the way he has gone on a tear with his shooting percentage this year, boy, has the attention of every NBA fan in the country. It has been remarkable when you look at the numbers he's posted shooting the ball.
And the Knicks making a change here. Harkless is checked in, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Faried. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 9 points for Kenneth Faried.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Bradley against Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Bradley kicks to Green. Back to Bradley. Takes a 3. Paul with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Kobe's checked in for the Knicks. The Knicks leading by 16. Carter dishes to Fareed. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down. Sullinger's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Carter against Bradley. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Bradley's got 8 points. The Knicks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8.
You know, he doesn't fit into that kind of classic power forward mold, but he has that tremendous athleticism.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 1:24 left here in the 3rd quarter. Such a wide open look. 10 points for him.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
In low to Fareed. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Jared Sullinger. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
To the inside, and Vince Carter with the slam.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
Outside Bradley. The dish now to Green. 8 feet away. The offensive rebound. Makes it off the glass. Green's got 6 points.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
And it's Bradley off the drive. No luck. Good work defensively by Carter.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
They get it again. Here's Kobe. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And it's Rondo penetrating. With 1 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And here's LeBron outside. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game.
This Wednesday, January 25th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against the Chicago Bulls. You don't want to miss it.
One more quarter here in this one. The Celtics against the Knicks.
And LeBron not having the game you'd expect the way he's shooting the ball.
The Knicks leading by 17. Forwards Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger. Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Varejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Harkless kicks to Paul. Kobe, New York moving it around. LeBron gets the screen from Biyombo. LeBron passes to Biyombo. Stolen by Varejao. Outside Jackson. Outside Green. Back to Jackson. Outside Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Biyombo with the block. LeBron outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Jackson against Kobe. To the paint. Harkless with the steal. He kicks to Kobe. Here's the three. That's good.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Rondo against Paul. Rondo kicks to Sullinger. The rebound by Kobe Bryant. The Knicks leading by 22. Inside. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And that one falls for Paul.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
And he can't hit the second. The Celtics shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And it's Green missing. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by LeBron. And 11 points for Kobe Bryant.
Right now, LeBron just acting as the orchestrator here, finding the open man every time he touches the ball.
Paul dishes to Fareed.
This has been a one-sided game in just about every area. The lead continues to grow.
Absolutely. Their offense and their D have been equal parts outstanding.
The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Varejao setting the pick for Rondo. To stop the run. That's good on the jump shot. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Back to LeBron. LeBron gets the screen from O'Quinn. LeBron passes to O'Quinn and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Outside Jackson, and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Heat game. It should be a close one.
Back to Carter. He's guarded by Dudley. Takes the 13-footer. Rebounded by Dudley. The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Crawford. The Knicks pull it in. Carter outside. Tinsley. Shot is off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Crawford. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
I'll tell you what, he's made more than a few of those in his career.
And Tinsley kicks to Carter. That's in there. Tinsley with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Vince Carter.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
It's Crawford with the drive. And it's good. Crawford's got 4 points this quarter.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
Yeah, 6 of their last 10 points coming in that in-between range.
And Carter backs in. Post shot. And he sinks the layup.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Crawford outside. Outside for Jackson. Back to Crawford. Lets it fly. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Knicks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Carter off a pick from O'Quinn. Carter kicks to Tinsley. Back to Carter. Fires from deep. And again, New York with the triple.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And, Steve, they did it in style. A beat down the entire way.
It's Crawford with the drive. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
What a nice play by Telfair.
The Celtics have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Crawford dishes to Jackson. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Telfair. Knicks have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Took him no time at all on that one.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Crawford passes to Hawes. Crawford. The Celtics working the ball around now. It's Crawford on the wing. And that one hits back iron. New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. It's Vince Carter on the wing. He's against Hawes. Jackson against Carter. He feeds it to Tinsley. Telfair. That's in there. Tinsley with the assist.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Crawford kicks to Hawes. They need this. Excellent D there from O'Quinn. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
Great win for the Knicks in this one, facing a tough Boston team that defends so well, and they're able to keep you from doing what you normally like. But LeBron making his impact felt, no doubt.
Well, I thought he was a little bit off with his shot. At least that's what it appeared like to me. But nonetheless, he does so many things and really tried to help his team in every other area. I guess it would be kind of silly to expect him to be as lights out as he has been all year.
Clarkie's say it, not his best, but the Knicks get the win anyway. And on behalf of the 2K Sports crew, Kevin Harlan saying thank you for joining us.